Hey guys, it's Carly Nicole. Welcome back, welcome to my channel. If you are new, my name is Carly Nicole, aka Carly, and I'm a freshman here at Michigan State University. And today we're going to be talking about long distance. So I'm in the study room, so this is not like the usual background for my college videos that you've seen at the moment. I want to do that just because I'm going to be talking a lot and I have like a lot of things to say. And it's currently, I have to watch, 12:02, so my roommate is in the room and she was taking a nap the last time I was in there, so I didn't want to disturb her. But yeah, so sorry if you hear outside noise. I did close the window, so it's gonna get a little hot in here, but I'm gonna try and do this video as quickly as possible, so if I'm talking really fast, that's why. But they are mowing the lawn. I'm on the 6th floor right now, so I'm pretty high up. If you do hear outside noise, I'm so sorry. I had to sit in front of the window so you guys would get the best lighting. Also, the door can't lock, and so it keeps like opening a little bit because of airflow. So if you hear people outside or like walking by, I'm so sorry, but there's something I can do. I feel like the lighting is really bad. I'm gonna move you guys up a little bit. Yeah, so why did I want to make this video? Let me search up on YouTube right now. Long distance relationship. 6 years ago, 4 years ago, 1 year ago, 1 year ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago. So most of the videos are pretty irrelevant and they seem to be made by people who are older. Obviously, like, long distance relationships can happen at any time. Most of the time, long distance relationships happen for freshmen of college or like college students. For me personally, it happened when I was 17. I was a senior in high school and my boyfriend went to college 8 hours away and I didn't know what to do. Like, we hadn't even hit our 1 year yet and he had already moved away. And so I didn't know what to do. I didn't look anything up. I went into this blind, and I think I wish I had a video that I could watch to have someone help me. So that's why I want to make this video. So if there's anyone like out there that's like me and who doesn't know what to do and is really scared that this isn't gonna work but they want to make it work, this is my tips. The stereotypical like saying with long distance relationships is, oh, it's not gonna work out, you guys are gonna break up within 2 months. Well, I'm living proof that that's not gonna happen, and that my boyfriend Danny and I have been dating for a year and a half, and it's almost gonna be a year and 7 months this month. Okay, I was editing this video and it seems like every single portion of this video was black. So I was just explaining that we did not hit our 1 year before he left for long distance. We were 5 months when he left, and I knew when I met him that we were going to be long distance because he already committed to his college and he loves his college. And I was like, don't switch colleges for me. That's not how this is gonna work. We will make long distance work. I want to be with you, so we are going to figure out long distance. And yeah, he is my first relationship, so I had to figure out a normal relationship within the 5 months that he was home, and then I had to figure out a long distance relationship. So here we are. I feel like I'm pretty experienced to talk about these things. If you have anything else to add, please comment them down below. I'd love to hear your tips for anyone if you have anything for me as well. I haven't seen Danny in 2 months. I see him next week. I'm so excited. Sorry, I have the notes pulled up. I'm so excited. Yeah, it would be 2 months that we have not seen each other face to face, like in person. So I'm super excited. I think that is the longest we've gone without seeing each other, even for last year. Okay, I have 10 tips for you. Let's get into it. Tip number 1, keep communication open and never assume. So one thing that always leads to, I don't want to say fights because we don't fight, we disagree or have like arguments or like we have a bad day, is when someone assumes. Most of the time it is me because I'm a girl, and the one thing I've heard among girls, kind of the common theme is we assume tone over text. When you are communicating in a long distance relationship, 99% of your communication is over text. So if you assume that, oh, he said that in a weird tone, he's mad at me, which I do a lot, it's not going to end well. So I'm trying to do better with my communication skills, because we can talk all day, but if I'm like, oh, he's mad, he just said that in a weird tone, he's mad, I shut down. So I'm trying to do better and change that mindset and be like, okay, if he's mad at me, he will tell me if I ask. If I be like, did I do something wrong, what happened, like, or like the one thing I did that I think really helped was, what was your tone with that? Because even though it sounds so corny and is like, you sound like you are in an English class analyzing his text. Yes, I am. So I'm like, what was the tone that you meant by like by that, did you mean it in the way that I think that you said it? And then he'll be like, no, I meant it in this way. And then it'll clear up everything. Tip number 2 is know each other's schedules. So Danny has done something that I really, really like, and I think you guys should do it as well. You don't have to use Excel like he does, but he uses Excel spreadsheet, and he makes a like time spreadsheet, like color coded and everything with his schedule on it, and then he'll put a new one and make my schedule. Easy to have each other's schedules. Tip number 3, oh, I hate that. Tip number 3 is use Locket. I'm not sponsored by Locket. I'm not telling you go get this app. It is free, but you don't have to go get this app. But I really like the app. Danny really likes the app because we can send small little pictures to each other, so basically selfies. He doesn't use Snapchat, so it's not like we send pictures back and forth all the time, just so like he can see my face during the day when we're not FaceTiming. This would be eliminated if you use Snapchat, but we don't. Tip number 4 is know when you're seeing each other next. That is super key and crucial because it like helps the mind, you know? So Danny and I knew that he was going to be coming home next week since the day that he left. Obviously, yes, it does have its pros and cons. Like, you are going to be like, 2 months. Wow, like that's a long time. Now I'm going to be like, a week, I'm so excited because I know exactly when he's coming home. What me and Danny did to help with that, we have a calendar that we share with each other. So we put our break schedule for our colleges, days that we're coming home, blah, blah, blah. I also have a countdown on my lock screen that also can be pros and cons. Like, you can be like, 50 days. Like, genuinely, when we started out, it was 60 days. And I was like, oh, 60 days. That's 60 full days that I have to get there to see him. And now it's like 7. And I'm like, 7 days, like, oh my gosh. Tip number 5, make seeing them special. Obviously, when you're in long distance relationships, seeing each other is so special regardless. Like, all I can think about is hugging him when I see him next week, and that is so special. I'm so excited to see him. So obviously just seeing each other is so special. I like doing some things when he comes home because it just makes me happy. Gift giving is my love language. Literally one time I wrote letters and I got him his favorite drink. And then I give it to him the day that he leaves. So, like, if I get him an energy drink because he has to drive the 8 hours back, I'll get him an energy drink and be like, here you go. And then when he's drinking it on the way back, he's like, oh, Carly got me this. So it's just like something small, one or two things. Not like I'm not going all out, you know? Like, it's not an anniversary, it's not a holiday. It's not a gift giving requirement holiday, but I just like doing it just because it makes me happy, it makes him happy. So yeah. Tip number 6, have surprises. This was my favorite part last year. So I would be going through the week, and the day before he would come home, I'd be like, oh, one more day until he's here. Tomorrow in 24 hours, I'm gonna see him. I'm so excited. And the first time he came home, like after like the month that he had off, I'm not gonna see him until he comes to the game. Like, I'm not gonna see him until like after the game because I can't talk to him during the game, blah, blah, blah. Turns out he was surprising me. He told me the wrong day on purpose so that I would be like, okay, like, I won't see him until the game. It's okay. Like, I'm so glad that he's just gonna be able to see me cheer at some point. Like, this is so much fun. And turns out he told me the wrong day on purpose and came home the night before. And literally he drove around my block down the street behind me with his lights off and drove into my neighborhood, parked on the grass in my house with his lights off. So I had no idea. My blinds were open. It was 9 p.m. My blinds were open, and he had texted me and he goes, hey, can you FaceTime? And I go, yeah, I just got out of the shower. Yeah, I just washed my hair. Like, genuinely, my hair was just dry. I just blow dried my hair. And he was like, okay, cool. And I pick up the phone doesn't answer. And I'm like, why can't I see him? Like, what's going on? Something's glitching. And he goes, oh, okay, I guess I'm just gonna have to see you in person. I go, what? And he says, look out your window. I look out my window, he's shining his flashlight in my window, and I genuinely screamed of joy, excitement. I knew who he was. I knew it wasn't like some random guy in my front yard. I ran out the door and I just hugged him. That was the best feeling ever. So having surprises is super, super fun. Surprise can be like seeing each other a day early. It can be like going to see them and they have no idea. Like, you guys watched my going to see my boyfriend vlog, where I flew out to go see him. He knew about that. It wasn't a surprise. I wanted to make it a surprise, but because it was my first time going, it couldn't be a surprise. Just letting you know, there will be a surprising my boyfriend vlog at some point this year because he doesn't know when I'm going to go see him, but I know. And I'm not going to tell you because he's going to watch this video. So, hey, see you at some point this year. Tip number 7 is stay calm. I know that's really, really hard because, one, your favorite person is gone. And for me, at least, my favorite person is Danny, and he can calm me down like no one else can. But my favorite thing to do is just think about what I want to do when he's here, what I want to do when I see him next, like in like terms of like ideas, like dates ideas, or like what movie I want to watch with him when we get here, like planning out things that I want to do when he's here. Tip number 8 is stay busy. I know that is super, super easy for all of you college students because college, like especially for freshmen, there's so much to do. You can just, I'm busy throughout the week. And there's so many people just here. Like, I'm in a dorm, so there's people on this side, there's people on that side. Like, there's so many people just around. I can talk to anyone. Me, last year when I was at home, I would go to all my extracurriculars. I would do all my homework. Like, I would just get everything done so that by the time I had to go to sleep, I was like, I wasn't laying in my bed thinking, like, I wish he was here. Like, I miss him so much. Like, during the day, it was only at night. Tip number 9. So, have designated time to FaceTime each other or, like, talk to each other. So every night Dan and I FaceTime usually. It's not a requirement. It's not like you have to FaceTime me tonight every single night and we do it at the exact same time every single night. No, we plan it out around our schedules. Like if he needs to study for an exam, if I need to study for an exam, if I'm out with my friends, if he's out with his friends, we'll be like, hey, FaceTime won't work for me tonight. Maybe we can move it to an earlier time during the day when we both don't have class. Or we can just text before we go to bed. Have a designated time for each other each day. It just helps a lot. And last tip, tip number 10, it's going to be hard, but it's all going to be worth it. As I said before in the video, I knew that Danny would be going 8 hours away for college before I even knew that we were going to be in a relationship. I'm not going to get into too much detail, but I was like, oh, I really like, he would be a good guy. I like him. He'd be a good guy to date in my head. And then I found out that he was going out of his way. I was like, oh, never gonna happen. No, it's fine. And here we are. So yeah, I knew the whole time that we were gonna, like, if we ever did get in a relationship, it would be long distance. And then when he and I went on our first date, he was like, yeah, I'm going to college 8 hours away. And I was like, okay. And he's like, that's fine with you? And I was like, yeah, I don't, like, I want to be with you. I like you as a person. Like, I want to make this work. You are the person that I think you are the person that I want to try and make this work with. And yeah. And then as time went on, the night before we left, he gave me my promise ring. Yeah, he basically told me, like, I want to be with you. I'm going to make this work. Long distance will end when I'm done with college and you and I will live closer together. We will make this work. This is going to happen. And I said, okay, I want that. And I said yes. So yeah, you should not be doing long distance with someone if you know that you don't see a future with them, because long distance is hard enough. You don't want to be like doing it and being like, why am I doing this? Because I don't see a future with you. That is all my tips. This is 20 minutes long, so I'm gonna have to do some more editing, but luckily I have an hour left until class, so we're gonna get this done. This video will be uploaded for you right now. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any more tips, like I said, leave them in the comments below. I want to hear from you. I'm sure everyone in the videos who need tips want to hear from you. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below, or you DM my TikTok, my Instagram. I will try my best to respond. I am a busy girl, so keep that in mind. But yeah, I love you all so very much. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on this video for next time, and I'll see you later. Bye!